What's up, guys? So I just got back from VR LA. It's a convention that's centered around virtual reality, and it's also a place where you get to go and try out and check out all of the latest tech when it comes to VR. If you ever get the opportunity to go to one of these events, I highly recommend it. For me, it was a pretty awesome experience, completely different from something that I've ever done before. The biggest issue I have with VR as a whole is that it takes a dedicated computer and specific hardware components to make it run properly. Especially now that I've been getting heavily involved in VR, it's just one of those things that unless you're willing to spend a lot of time and also a lot of money, it can be very expensive. Up until now, you can now buy a dedicated VR unit that is untethered, doesn't have any cords, it is completely wireless and doesn't require a PC. Everything is basically inside this VR unit. That is because of the technology that they've implemented in these VR headsets. So you may or may have not heard of a company called Qualcomm. In fact, if you're using an Android phone today, chances are that the processor inside is most likely from Qualcomm, and they are really well known for making mobile processors called Snapdragon, and you'll see them in phones like Samsung's Galaxy lineup, the OnePlus 5T, Google Pixel 2, Google Pixel 2 XL, and others. They're also heavily involved in connected cars, industrial IoT, smart cities, smart homes, and now they are in VR. So I just picked up the Oculus Go. This is a standalone VR unit, meaning it does not require a dedicated PC. All of the hardware and components are built inside. This is running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 processor. In fact, there's also another company that just announced, Lenovo. They announced the Mirage, which comes with Google Daydream. That also comes with a Snapdragon 800 series processor. Now, why is this important? Well, in order for VR tech to evolve and go basically to the next evolution, things need to shrink down, get smaller, be more powerful, and also be more efficient. See, a lot of people think that VR is just about gaming, which I'll admit a lot of it is because it's fun, but eventually you'll start seeing this in the way we work. For example, a crane operator could be in an office where he's completely safe and then he's operating a crane probably somewhere in another country. Or say, for example, I have a meeting, I could be here in Los Angeles. The other person that I'm meeting with could be in New York, completely different state, and maybe we want to have lunch together. We can put these on and now we're having lunch, maybe in Japan. I know that sounds silly and crazy, but trust me, there was a lot of demos at VR LA where you get to see how VR will eventually change the way we work, live, and play. Now, over at Qualcomm's booth, they were showcasing their latest next generation of VR platform of processors, which is the Snapdragon 845. Now, this is a reference design, so they partnered up with Lionsgate Entertainment to show off this really cool immersive VR experience where you get to play side by side with Robin Hood and you use a bow and arrow to shoot. It's really fun and you get to really experience like better graphics, you know, a lot more of an immersive experience. And it also has 6 degrees of freedom, just like the Lenovo Mirage, meaning you can move forward, back, left, right, and up and down. And this is all because of the Qualcomm Snapdragon technology inside. And that's the cool thing about coming to these events is that you get to see almost what's going to happen next year. Not necessarily happening now, so you'll see stuff that'll probably be coming out in a year or sometimes even 2. So like I said, if you do get the opportunity to go to an event like VR LA, I highly recommend it because I used to think that VR was gimmicky. I used to think it was like, you know, 3D TV, and it really isn't. I really truly believe, especially now, using it, and I actually bought this for myself just because, like I said, I'm already investing in VR just because I think it's a lot of fun, not only from the gaming side, but also I see it as something that we'll start using or doing in the future. Now, if you guys are interested in picking up a standalone unit like this Oculus Go or even Lenovo's Mirage, which also has Google Daydream, I will leave links down below in the description. These are both awesome units that are both running on Qualcomm's Snapdragon 800 series platform. And just so you know, Qualcomm Snapdragon is inside over 20 plus VR head-mounted displays. And what I like about these standalone VR units, it's a lot different from other VR where you pop in the phone. This is a complete standalone unit, so the experience believe me, is gonna be much better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, I wanna thank Qualcomm for sending me out to VRLA and also sponsoring today's video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you guys wanna see behind the scenes. Thanks again for watching, and you will catch me in the next one. Adios. Time to go play some VR.